Let the games begin. Yeah, today I'm announcing Noah Samsen was on the receiving end of a demand for retraction. Me and Mutahar together teamed up and we sent a demand for retraction to Noah Samsen Monday night after the show. In this letter, which I will read after the break, we highlight the defamatory statements and explain in great detail why they're defamatory. All he has to do to avoid getting sued is apologize for everything he said and did, admit he was either lying or ignorant, and erase the video and just accept the disgrace.
It's not gonna be a good year for Noah Samsen. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful first day today. We're covering the beautiful little Jew, Klein, one more time, because one situation that I would let you cover about him was the insane video that Noah Samsen had made regarding him and many of the creators, where they quote-unquote backed a genocide. Jesus Christ. And yeah, Ethan was one of them, alongside Mutahar. Now, I've given my fair share of criticisms towards Mutahar before on this channel, but I will say that after the recent news of both him and Ethan coming together to demand the retraction of Noah's video, as well as potentially suing him, I respect that. I gotta admit, I respect it quite a bit. So in this video, I'll be going over what Ethan and Mutahar sent to Noah. I'll give my thoughts on it. There might be some parts I disagree with, but at the same time, Noah's video was begging for a lawsuit since day one, let's be honest. So like many other news, we found about this on Ethan's show yesterday. Noah Samsen retract or lawyer up, and here you go. And he covers it, so it's so long that he talks about it from this segment, half an hour, another 30 minutes. Then Buddha calls in, they talk for a bit, and then they get back to it around this point, and mother of God, about an hour and a half of reading it. Good God. I'll go over the main parts I found interesting, and see, because there's one part here where it evolves to a history segment. My God, because other morons like Noah Samsen and Ben Benada, they get the history about Jews and Arabs so wrong that they actually pull up the facts in this retraction. I'll go over the main beginnings, as you'll see in a second, but also I want to remind people that I think about, March 25th, about last week, Muda made this tweet saying that, I normally don't engage with this kind of stuff, but Noah's video was so egregious of accusing me, a practicing Muslim, of backing genocide, that I'm gonna explore, as he said, legal actions against Noah. My God, that's how serious. And this guy's Muda, he didn't use Twitter before, but this video was so fucking egregious that made him reactivate it again for the drama. That's fucking insane. So, thankfully, Yeet, love you a lot, he posted a whole, how long is it? 16 pages, and from very beginning, from top to bottom. The least interesting part, in my opinion, is, the last part, because it's like a wrap-up, and also the fucking history. January 1949, Nuri al-Said, fuck that shit, okay? I'll go from the very beginning, where it read Noah Samsen, demand for correction pursuant to California Civil Code, Section 489. Mother of God. Let me open an image new tab. Hold on, I'll go with this one first. My God, let me open a new tab. Let's see. The first defamatory statement comprises of the thumbnail for the defamatory video, which depicts our clients against a backdrop of the destruction of Gaza. Yeah, that's what, it's so funny. People said before, this guy, cares about Palestine, but at the same time, he will milk them, for a thumbnail. A lot of deaths here, but who cares, put in the thumbnail, who gives a shit? Coupled with the title of the first defamatory video, i.e. the YouTubers who backed genocide, a screenshot is private below. My God, for a normal judge that doesn't give a shit about YouTube drama, this would be insane to see. Holy fuck. The first defamatory statement falsely asserts that our clients supported genocide in Gaza. The verb to back, no shit, I know what it means, fuck off. Any of the following act committed with intent to destroy, in a whole or in part, a national, ethnical, racial, or religious groups, such as killing members of the group, causing serious bodily and mental harm to members of the group, deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction in a whole or in part, imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group, forcibly transferring children of the group to another group. Yeah, that sounds fucked. But at the same time, when you allege a YouTuber of backing a genocide, yeah, that's what you're claiming they're doing or backing up. It's so funny. So the idea of YouTubers backing genocide is so funny. Like, are they paying for it? No, they're just making videos. But it gets more ironic when you realize, oh, them, promoting it, by making videos, is just criticizing Hassan. So if you criticize Hassan, you're backing up a genocide. Some very, weird mental gymnastics. I want to put on Noah's video for a second because I didn't watch the whole thing because the first 10 minutes were like, oh my god, like painfully bad. So he brings up one clip, where Ethan, sort of like detracts the bad things that the IDF done, and he follows that up with, fucking depressing stories of people, having their kneecaps blown off, very miserable. And at no point, does he bring a clip of even supporting that, but just claims it some fucking way. Oh, as well, this pathetic leech is so funny. So not only did he make a video, which is still up right now, he probably wanted the video up because Ethan's statement with Mutahar's claimed that, he has to respond in 20 days. He could take it down, or he could fight it full on. But this leech not only made one video that's still up, but he made a response video right after the genocide supporting YouTubers responded. Holy fuck, dude, how can you be this moronic? You have to be begging for a lawsuit at this point, which in my opinion he is. So he opens up, of course he opens with Ethan, right? But what's the one clip he pulls about Ethan, supporting genocide? Let me see it.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war.
The figure he cites is wrong. It's just wrong. Credible estimates have placed the full scale of the slaughter in Gaza at over 65,000 deaths.
Oh my god, he got the number somewhat wrong. 64,000. Oh my god, that means that he's trying to suppress the actual facts, the truth. He must be paid by the IDF monthly.
Due to traumatic injury alone, with further projections that include indirect deaths in the hundreds of thousands, potentially over 10% of the population of Gaza. Ethan's brief and false citation leaves a lot of other things unmentioned, like how the vast majority of these deaths have been Palestinian civilians, including over 15,000 children. The United Nations...
It's one of those things where it's very basic stuff, that people could agree on is bad, but just because even then, plainly, boldly say on camera, be like, I don't support this genocide, people be like, I think he supports it. It's very insane. But the one part, he literally used stories about people having, this fucking shit, dude. Oh my, this video I imagine is littered with this kind of stuff, very fucked up stories, to milk the sympathy from you, be like, oh my god, I think even Destiny, Loner Box and Mutahar, all in the thumbnail, they do support genocide. Very bizarre, but to get back on track, next page, what is it? This one, oh boy, my god. Whether our Klein supported by material or moral assistance or otherwise, genocidal acts by Israel with the intent of destroy, in whole in part, the Palestinians is subject to being proven true or false. And after this first paragraph, they move on to Muda. Bro, that's what, this document, in my opinion, is pretty good. Because not only, do they, make a pretty good argument, but also, they bring up, evidence you could find publicly on YouTube. They say, for Muda, the first defamatory video only shows two very brief clips from Muda's October 21st, 2024 video entitled Twitch is a disgustingly evil platform. That's what. So he made a video, criticizing Hassan for having a terrorism on interview and glazing him, and Noah took that video and be like, oh my god, he does support genocide, like I said before, because he calls out Hassan. He must say Palestinians, whatever. See the photo video at 48:01, for the timestamps. Not only did you fail to disclose the source of the clips, but it is evident that you intentionally misrepresented it. In Moore's video, he explicitly states, like I said before, and I've been clipped in a few times, and even when I stream, videos do get uploaded of my take on situations that I feel need to clarify. I'm not somebody that's afraid to say that genocide is wrong, post statement, whatever. It is so this situation is so fucking insane that people have to be like, okay guys, genocide is wrong, I believe it's wrong. The most insane shit ever has to be clarified to the nth degree, because these people are so fucking milky-eyed. I think there's an actual case of, genocide, and there's an actual case of attack that goes towards the Palestinian people. And furthermore, Moore's video at 29:41:30:01, further in relation to Twitch's IP ban of Israel and Palestine, Moore also states, honestly, if you really think about it, this rule actually hurts Gazans more than it would ever hurt Israelis because Twitch is geo-block if it targeted that region. You know, if you want to allow people to document and live stream the real atrocities that are occurring to them in that region, you know, Palestinians could have used a platform to showcase themselves. My God. And also, they use it as a point because they proved that Noah would have watched the entire video and also, you know, intentionally, you know, ignored those parts where he proves, you know, he literally says he's not supposed to genocide. So if you don't prove defamation, you have to prove, like, you know, they intentionally lied about it when they knew otherwise. And they proved it. I mean, in my legal opinion, I'm not a fucking lawyer, but like even a average person could read it and be like, yeah, I agree. They proved defamation, 100%. So after that one, that was Smooth's segment, and now Ethan's segment about, yeah, because I mean, fucking Noah Samsen pulled up a clip from Ethan from the content nuke. So he must have watched content nuke, right? Well, if he did, you know, he could have seen that Ethan does not support the genocide going on right now. But even, you know, he still peddles that idea in the video. So same shit, you know, we watch the video and you can prove that he intentionally lied or, you know, ignored that part to peddle the idea that he supposed a genocide. My God. As for Ethan, you either failed to disclose the factual basis for the first defamatory statement, or when you did disclose the factual basis, you either misrepresented the fact or rely on George Angelos Genitis, PK, Bad and Panada, this fucking... That's what, in Noah's video, you know, who's the one source he relies on? Ben Panada. Like he says right in the beginning, you know, guys, if you want to like, get a full story on this, go watch Ben Panada. He's really good. Oh my God, it says right here on this video, sources, Hassan Abi and Ben Panada. You know, he actually sources that fucking schizo. My God. I would say, Ben Panada, a source known to be highly biased against Ethan with a history of harassing, doxing, and making false statements about others. Specifically, those statements are, oh boy, here we go. The second defamatory statement in the content nuke, you can find just about every type of war which is looked at in terms of manufacturing consent. Even spreads atrocity propaganda. He shares the Hamas mass rapes hoax, the same hoax that was used by the Western media, the US government, and the Israeli government to justify the genocide. Okay, this part is so bizarre to me. People like in Hassan's group, like the leftists, they really deny the idea of rapes going on October 7th for some bizarre reason. Like it's a minor thing we know, it's plausible, but like they will die on the hill to deny it for some reason. And also claiming as well in this part that Ethan, you know, spreads atrocity propaganda. Mother of God. That's what, yeah, in this video, you know, he cites a couple of victims that were there on October 7th getting raped. Very fucking fortunate. And even he's like, no, I don't believe her at all. Even the third defamatory statement, even spreads overt misinformation, just straight lies about Hezbollah and Ansar Allah or the Houthis in order to delegitimize this. Oh my God, he backs up with the Houthis. He backs up with Houthi Chalamet, I love that name. The struggle against Israeli genocide. He cites baseless claims from Saudi state propaganda outlets to attack the Houthis. He also cites a documentary about Ansar Allah, which uses as proof of the claim that they brought back slavery when the documentary wasn't even about the Houthis. It was about the Yemeni government before the Houthi takeover. My God. And two more. The fourth defamatory statement, he spreads long debunked Nakba denialist talking point. I mean, yeah, there's one part here where, like, you know, it becomes like intranslatable to me because like the Nakba, I mean, I know about it, but like in terms of the full history, I have no idea about it. Talking points have been used for decades to legitimize Israeli colonization of Palestine. First time video. And the fifth defamatory statement even cites sources that contradict his own claims directly, such as the UN report he claims that proves the Hamas. Oh shit, fucking, what a bizarre crop. Actually, next page. Mass rape allegation, which the report itself denies. The sixth defamatory statement, he spent 20 minutes in the video smearing a 19-year-old survivor of the US-backed Saudi genocide in Yemen as a terrorist with zero credible evidence. Mother of God, gee, this page is fucking massive. But at the same time, look, they even have a link, you know, to all this shit. So yeah, odds are, you probably know about most of this shit and how insane it is. My God, I'll see, you know, what else there is, because I want to see, you know, what else. The mass rapes, my God. Yeah, see, I think the rest of the documents, you know, it's debunking what Noah tried to debunk. Like, it's so fucking insanely long. My God. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure if Ethan's or Mutah's lawyer wrote. Not saying it was Ethan's lawyer. If it was, that guy deserves a fucking raise. Because, like, look, it went for like all the other defamatory statements, and it broke it down one by one. See, the third defamatory statement, the next page. My God, it broke it down right here. Also, the second one, third one, Jesus Christ, it's so long. If you fuck up so bad that someone can write like a pretty airtight like legal paper, a retraction letter to you, and you know, it can stand up record, you know you fucked up severely. Yeah, I remember watching Ethan's segment on this, and the strongest point I can relate to was that Noah would say something insane like, yeah, Ethan backs up a genocide, and then show like, you know, a tiny clip, or show no clip at all, and then move past it. Okay, in a normal club shit video, you know, on YouTube, who gives a shit? But when you make a video saying that YouTubers back up a genocide, you need to back up like every small statement with evidence. Otherwise, you know, this would happen, this shit, you get fucking sued, or you get threatened to get a lawsuit. And also as well, I really firmly believe that this guy wanted a lawsuit, because not only does he go after Ethan, you know, with no evidence, but he repeats that same dodgy process with Mutahar, Lonerbox, and Destiny. The only controversial figure, you know, that I think has said some bad stuff about Palestine is maybe Destiny. All the other people, I have no... Oh, also, he included Turkey Tom as well, for some bizarre reason. I have no fuck... Yeah, let me go to the thumbnail. It's so funny. He's so moronic, dude. Destiny, Lonerbox, Turkey Tom, Mutahar, Ethan. You're begging for a fucking lawsuit, you know, to get all these people, and also, you know, barely prove your point for the pure reason of defending Palestine, which, you know, by the way, TLDR, in a couple of months, if you don't take down the video, you probably end up a lawsuit, and by the end, you have not helped out Palestine, not even a bit. So I think to wrap up, I'll look over like the rest of the papers. It's one of those things where, you know, they break down every single defamatory statement. It's actually insane. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, also, like, someone can make a lie for 1 minute, but it takes, you know, 10 minutes to break down that lie. You know, same shit. A small statement, you know, gets broken down this long. You have pages 5 to 8, then pages 9 to 12. Mother of God, Jesus Christ. And also, every single part they have like actual evidence on. My God, if this ever moves to a lawsuit, I mean, for the sake of Noah Samsen, I hope it doesn't, because you get fucked. But if it does, a lawyer, or, you know, the attorneys in it, they would have, you know, look up so much fucking, so many sources to cite from it. Look at this shit, you know. Oh, wait a second. Wikipedia? Can you trust Wikipedia? I'm not sure. I think they're backed by the IDF, you know, you can't trust them. And then finally, pages 13 to 16. If I was Noah Samsen, I know he's like, you know, he's like a prideful retard, but if I was him, I would be shitting bricks. Because look at this shit, dude. And then finally, conclusion. Our clients demand, I can barely see that. Our clients demand that you provide a retraction and correction of all the defamatory statements identified in this letter in compliance with California Civil Code, section 48A. That's so true. Again, all he has to do, you know, to save himself from like a generational debt from the lawsuit is just take down these 2 videos and make like a 10-minute long one being like, guys, I'm sorry, I was incorrect about this, or I lied, as proven in the lawsuit. That's all he has to do. Will he do it? I'm not sure, but that'll be like the best course of action, in my opinion, objectively. This letter does not constitute a complete statement of all our clients' rights, contentions, legal theories, or the facts in support thereof. Nothing stated herein is intended, nor shall it constitute a waiver of relinquishment of any of our clients' rights or remedies, whether legal or equitable, all of which are hereby expressly reserved. Sincerely, Rom Bas Nissim, I have no idea, fucking whatever. Good God, dude, March 31st. So he has 20 days, you know, this month exactly, to respond to this. If he doesn't, or, you know, he denies it, my God, the biggest lawsuit from 2 pretty big YouTubers, Ethan and Mutahar, will fucking rain down upon him. And just, I mean, he's a pretty big guy already, you know. Yeah, he's pretty big, 545,000 subscribers, but even then, that couldn't save him from a lawsuit at all. Both financially and, you know, having the backing up from his own fan base, they wouldn't help him at all. Yeah, I think I'll wrap it up here anyways. Before in the past, I was a bit wary of the idea of YouTubers suing other YouTubers. You know, it just seemed like it was hurting the community. But then I was listening to the part where Mutahar called it on the H3 show, and he talked about the comments being left on his videos, motivated by Noah's sentiment that he backed the genocide. And again, you know, one more time, alleging someone of supporting a genocide is fucking heavy. So honestly, if that fucking starfish, Noah Samsen, has a brain in his head, he will take down both those videos and make an apology. If not, then I legit could not muster a bit of sympathy from my heart. Not even a bit, because he deserves it if he denies it in the first place.